Today I am going to discuss about genetic terminology. Genetic terminology. Various terms that are used in genetics. One by one I will discuss. The first one is alleles. Alternative forms of a gene are known as alleles. Alleles are the abbreviation form for allelomorphs. That means alleles and allelomorphs are same. The abbreviation form for allelomorphs are the alleles. Alleles are the alternative forms of a gene. Generally, one gene is having two alleles. But sometimes one gene is having more than two alleles. Such alleles are called multiple alleles. Such alleles are called multiple alleles. For example, ABO blood grouping in humans is controlled by a gene called I gene. It has three alleles, IA, IB and IO or I. And as they contain more than two alleles, these are called multiple alleles. But in a single individual, only two alleles are present. But all the three alleles are present in a population, right? Then non-alleles. What are non-alleles? Alleles of different loci are called non-alleles. Alleles of different loci are called non-alleles. For example, see, this is one chromosome of homologous pair. This is another homologous. Therefore, these are the homologous chromosomes. This is one locus, right? This is one locus because both are same chromosomes, similar chromosomes. This is another locus. So, alleles at different loci are called non-alleles. These two are non-alleles. These are alleles. These are alleles. And these two are non-alleles. Similarly, pseudo-alleles. Pseudo-alleles. Pseudo-alleles are non-alleles but closely placed and linked together and inherited together into the next generation. They often appear as inherited together, but later found as that they are separable by crossover studies. So pseudo-alleles, they looks like alleles, but in crossover studies, they are found that they are separable, they are separated. And such alleles which looks like alleles and present closely together and inherited into the next generation, but they are non-alleles. The non-alleles which like alleles which are closely placed and inherited together, but later crossover studies was telling that these are separated. So these are called as pseudo-alleles. I think you understand what are alleles, what are non-alleles, what are pseudo-alleles. Next one. What is a gene? What is a gene? A segment of DNA is called gene. A gene controls one character by producing a protein. The term gene was coined by Johansen. Genes are located on the chromosome. The first name of the gene is the unit factor given by Mendel. The first name of the gene is the unit factor given by Mendel. Present name of the factor, gene. Genes are the units of heredity. Genes are the units of heredity. Then, gene locus. Gene locus. The position of a gene on the chromosome is called gene locus. Plural, loci. Genes are located on the chromosome at a specific place. That place is called gene locus, singular, gene loci, plural. Next. Gamete. What is meant by gamete? Gametes are haploid reproductive cells. Haploid reproductive cells are known as gametes. Male gamete fuses with the female gametes. That means gametes of same origin but opposite sex can fuse. Remember, gametes are sex cells or reproductive cells. They are haploid. Haploid. Zygote. Zygote is the product of fertilization or syngamy. Zygote is the product of fertilization or syngamy, formed by the fusion of gametes of opposite sexes in sexually reproducing organisms. And gamete and the ploidy of zygote is 2n. Right? That means zygote is diploid. Gametes are haploid. Then haploid. What is meant by haploid? An individual or a cell. An individual or a cell which contain one copy of each chromosome is called haploid. An individual or an organism having one copy of each chromosome is called as haploid. That means haploids contain one genome. Then diploid. Diploid. An individual or an organism contain two sets of chromosomes or two genomes is called diploid. Two sets of chromosomes or two genomes are called diploid. Next, homologous chromosomes. Homologous chromosomes. Homologous chromosomes. The chromosomes which are identical in size, structure and behavior are known as homologous chromosomes. The chromosomes which are identical in size, structure and behavior are called homologous chromosomes. In a homologous pair of chromosomes, one is called paternal chromosome Another one is called maternal chromosome. See, this is paternal, for example, comes from father. This is maternal, comes from mother. Maternal. So in homologous pair of chromosomes, one comes from father called paternal chromosome, one comes from mother called maternal chromosome. These are the homologous chromosomes. Next. Dominant allele. What is a dominant allele? In a pair of alleles, the allele which is expressed both in homozygous condition and also heterozygous condition is called dominant allele. What is a dominant allele? In a pair of alleles, the allele which is expressed both in dominant condition, in homozygous condition, and also in heterozygous condition, then it is called dominant allele. For example, see, capital T, homozygous condition, capital T, small t. That means capital T, small t are present in heterozygous condition. Even then, this allele expressed. Therefore, this allele is called dominant allele. The allele which is expressed both in homozygous condition and heterozygous condition is called as dominant allele. Next. Recessive allele. Recessive allele. The allele in a pair of alleles expressed only in homozygous condition, only in homozygous condition is called recessive allele. For example, small t. In homozygous condition, only this is expressed, but not in heterozygous condition. So such allele which is expressed only in homozygous condition is called recessive allele. Is called recessive allele. Next. Homozygous. Homozygous. What is homozygous? In diploid organism, at a given locus of homologous chromosomes, same alleles are present. It is called homozygous. And the organism is called homozygote. For example, this is one pair of homologous chromosomes, right? One pair of homologous chromosomes. At a given locus, for example, I am taking here one locus. This is the same locus because both are homologous chromosomes. At the given locus, same alleles are present. This is called homozygous. Same alleles. Here capital T is there, here also capital T is there. Like that. Or small t are there. Capital R are there. Or small r are there. Like that. Only at the given locus, same alleles are present. That condition is called homozygous. Such individual is called homozygote. Homozygous individual can form one type of gamete. One type of gametes. Next. Heterozygous. heterozygous. In diploid organism, at a given locus, in diploid organism, at given locus, different alleles are present. It is called heterozygous, and the organism is called heterozygote. In diploid organism, at a given locus, two different alleles are present. Such condition is called heterozygous, and the organism is called heterozygote. Heterozygous individual can form two types of gametes. Next, siblings or simply sibs. What are siblings or sibs? The progeny of the same parents are called progeny of the same parents. That means the children of same mother and father are called siblings or sibs, or otherwise you can say brother sister relationship are called siblings or sibs. Next, gametic symbols. Generally, for dominant allele, capital letter or uppercase is used. Capital letter or uppercase. For example, height is one character, right? It may be tall or it may be dwarf. This is controlled by a gene T. For dominant character, capital letter or uppercase, you may call it as small letter or lowercase is used. Small letter or lowercase is used. So generally, if you take any character, dominant character or dominant allele is represented by the dominant character is a dominant trait is controlled by one gene that is represented with the capital letter or uppercase, and recessive one small letter or lowercase. These are the gametic symbols. Then pure line or pure breeding lines. Pure lines or pure breeding lines. I told you so many times that Mendel selected true breeding parents or pure breeding parents. What is the meaning of true breeding or pure breeding? The plants or the organisms which are homozygous for all the genes are called true breeding lines. Parents must be true breeding, means they must be homozygous for all the genes. Homozygous, then that is called pure line. Pure breeding line, nothing but homozygous. Homozygous dominant or homozygous recessive. So that is called pure line. The term pure line was first coined by Johansson. He also coined the term gene, right? Pure line or pure breeding line. Next, F1, F2, F3, etc. like that are used in genetics. What is the meaning of F? F means filial. Filial. Philus. F-I-L-U-S. Philus means son. Philia. F-I-L-L-I-A. Philia. Daughter. Philus. Son. First filial generation. F means filial. One, first generation, product of parents. Then self-pollination of F1 produces F2. That is second filial generation. F3, third filial generation. Mendel conducted F1, F2 and F3 generation of plants. Right. Then dominant, phenotype. What is meant by phenotype? The external appearance or the physical appearance of an organism is called phenotype. The external appearance or the physical appearance of an organism is called phenotype. It is produced from the genotype by interacting with the environment. Genotype interacted with environment and produces phenotype. Genotype interact with environment and produces the phenotype. The external appearance of an organism is called phenotype, or the physical appearance of an organism is called phenotype. Phenotype may be changed due to environment, but genotype cannot. Phenotype may be changed by environment, but genotype cannot change. Then what is genotype? Genotype means the genetic makeup of an individual. The genetic makeup of an individual is called genotype. External appearance is called phenotype, that is visible. The genetical constitution of an individual is called genotype, that is not visible. Right. Then what is criss-cross inheritance? Criss-cross inheritance. I told you in the Morgan's experiment, the genes which are linked to X chromosome, that is called X-linked genes, and the inheritance is called X-linked inheritance. The transfer of gene from male parent to female child to male grandchild is called criss-cross inheritance. Example, X-linked traits in Drosophila show criss-cross inheritance. I repeat, what is meant by criss-cross inheritance? Transfer of a gene from male parent to female child and then to male grandchild is called criss-cross inheritance, and vice versa is also true. Vice versa, right? Then what is meant by cross? What is meant by cross? Mating between two individuals is known as cross. Mating between two individuals is called cross. Then monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross. Cross between two individuals differing in one character is known as monohybrid cross. We can say like this. Cross between two plants differing in one character or one pair of contrasting traits is known as monohybrid cross. Then what are contrasting traits? Contrasting traits, opposite traits. For each character, there are two traits. The two traits of a character are called contrasting characters or contrasting traits. For example, height is a character. Height is having two traits, tall and dwarf. So, tall and dwarf are the traits of a character height. And those are called contrasting traits, opposite traits. Then, dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross. What is meant by dihybrid cross? Cross between two individuals differing in different traits of two characters is called dihybrid cross. Once again, cross between two individuals differing in two characters or two pairs of contrasting traits is known as dihybrid cross. What is dihybrid cross? Cross between two plants differing in two pairs of contrasting traits or two characters is called as dihybrid cross. For example, yellow round is crossed with green wrinkled. Color of the seed, shape of the seed, two characters are there. Next one, trihybrid cross. Trihybrid cross. What is meant by trihybrid cross? Cross between two individuals differing in three characters or three pairs of traits is called trihybrid cross. What is trihybrid cross? Cross between two plants differing in three characters or three pairs of traits is known as trihybrid cross. Right? Then, what is Punnett square? Punnett square. It is a square box having several square boxes which gives various combinations of gametes called genotypes. So, genotypes are produced because of the gametic combinations, and that is due to the Punnett square. Who designed the Punnett square? British genetist, namely Reginald C. Punnett. Hence it is called Punnett square. As Punnett designed this, that is why it is called Punnett square. A British genetist Reginald C. Punnett designed this Punnett square. Punnett square is useful to produce the various gametic combinations during reproduction, during gamete formation. And this is popularly known as checkerboard. Checkerboard is the common name for Punnett square. Then test cross. Test cross. By looking at the plant, for example, we can see the phenotype but not the genotype. And the dominant phenotype is known. The phenotype of the dominant parent is known, but its genotype is not known. In order to know the genotype of the dominant phenotype, a cross is conducted. That cross is called test cross. Mendel conducted monohybrid cross, dihybrid crosses, and also some trihybrid crosses. He also conducted test cross and also back crosses. What is a test cross? Test cross is conducted to know the genotype of a dominant phenotype. Or simply you can say cross between F1 hybrid with recessive parent is called test cross. Then back cross. Back cross. What is back cross? Crossing of F1 hybrid with either of the parents is called back cross. Crossing of F1 hybrid with either of the parents is called back cross. I told you already, crossing of F1 with the recessive parent is test cross. Therefore, test cross is a kind of back cross. And the remaining one, cross between F1 hybrid with dominant parent is called back cross. This is also called out cross. This is also called out cross. So out cross and back test cross are two kinds of back crosses. Out cross and test cross are back crosses. Right. Then linked genes. What are linked genes? The genes present on the same chromosome, physically on the same chromosome, they are located, and those genes are called as linked genes. The genes located physically on the same chromosome are called as linked genes. Then what are unlinked genes? Unlinked genes. The genes present on different chromosomes are called as unlinked genes. The genes present on the same chromosome are said to be linked. I told you so many times. The genes present on different chromosomes are called unlinked genes. Then what is linkage group? What is linkage group? All the genes physically located on the same chromosome form linkage group. All the genes present on the same chromosome form a linkage group. The genes present on a single chromosome, all the genes present on the single chromosome form one linkage group. In any organism, the number of linkage group, for example, particularly in plants, the number of linkage groups is equal to its haploid number. But in case of animals, in males, you have to take one extra, because in males X and Y chromosomes are present. The type of chromosomes on X chromosome are different from Y chromosome. That is why. So the number of linkage groups is equal to its haploid number. That is the linkage groups. Then what is cis arrangement? What is cis arrangement? See here. This is one chromosome. This is another chromosome. Okay. Dominant alleles of genes on one chromosome and recessive alleles on other chromosomes of homologous pair is called cis arrangement. I repeat, dominant alleles of genes on one homologous chromosome and recessive alleles on other homologous chromosome is called cis arrangement. We can write like this: capital A, capital B slash small a, small b. This is the arrangement of cis arrangement. Next, trans arrangement. Trans arrangement. Trans arrangement means dominant allele of one gene and recessive allele of another gene on one chromosome, recessive allele of one gene and dominant allele of another gene on the other homologous chromosome. Such arrangement is called trans arrangement. For example, this is one gene. Here dominant allele is here, recessive allele is here. This is another gene. Okay, this is another gene. Here recessive allele is present, here dominant allele is present. So dominant allele of one gene, recessive allele of another gene on one homologous chromosome, recessive allele of one gene, dominant allele of another gene on the other homologous chromosome. Such arrangement is called trans arrangement. Such arrangement is called trans arrangement. And this can be write like this: capital A, small b, small a, capital B. This arrangement is trans arrangement. So this is the difference between cis arrangement and trans arrangement. Next, gametic recombinations, genetic recombinations. Genetic recombinations. Morgan used the term recombination. New combination of characters obtained not found in their parents are called genetic recombinations. What are genetic recombinations? New combination of characters appeared not found in the parents are called as recombinations. These are caused due to crossing over takes place in Pachytene stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. Mendelian characters are segregated at anaphase 1. Okay, and then polygenes. What are polygenes? You know very well, some characters are controlled by 2 or more pairs of alleles. That means more than 2 genes control the same character. Such inheritance is called polygenic inheritance. Such genes are called polygenes, and polygenic inheritance is also called quantitative inheritance. Polygenic inheritance is also called quantitative inheritance. For example, human skin color, human intelligence, and human height, etc. are controlled by polygenes. All these characters, height, pigmentation, skin color, that is, all these are example for quantitative traits controlled by polygenes. Controlled by polygenes. Right. And the inheritance is called polygenic inheritance. And lastly, episome. Episome. In bacteria, in addition to main DNA, that is genomic DNA. This is the genomic DNA, main DNA. In addition to this DNA in bacteria, several or many circular DNA elements are present. These are called plasmids, right? In addition to main DNA in bacteria, small circular double-stranded naked DNA are present. These are called plasmids, also called F factors. Most of the bacteria possess plasmids, also called F factors, right? These are the F factors or plasmids. These factors may be present freely in the cytoplasm, or they may be attached to the main DNA, like this. They may be attached to main DNA, right? This is integrated with the main chromosome. These are freely present in the cytoplasm. And these plasmids replicate along with the main DNA. And the plasmid or the DNA molecule which replicate along with the main DNA are called as episomes. I think you understand what are episomes. Episomes are the DNA molecules present either freely in the cytoplasm of bacteria or may be attached to the main DNA or main chromosome or genomic DNA, and they replicate along with the main DNA. And such DNA structures are called, such DNA molecules are called as episomes. So these are the terms, but I did not tell about the four terms, namely Daltonism, Bar bodies, eugenics, and euphenics. You can understood in zoology more clearly regarding those four terms. At the remaining, I told you in a comprehensive manner. So I hope you understand all the terms. All these terms are discussed while we are discussing about various aspects of genetics, but we are recollected all the terms that are used once again, so that now you can easily understand all these terms. I hope you understood, and I hope you read again and again so that you will get more clarity. That's all regarding today's class, and tomorrow we are going to start another new big topic, a big chapter, that is molecular basis of inheritance. Simply the molecular biology. It is a big topic that is we will start tomorrow. That's all today. Thank you one and all.